Mullen Outdoors. Y'all, let's go ride in the soy field. Come ride with me. Go out in the soy field. I want to tell y'all a little story, man. A little story time. Let's go. Let's crank this thing up. Let's ride over. Y'all ride with me. Hold on. Doing two-wheel drive. All right, what's up, world? Mullen Outdoors. I'm gonna give y'all a few minutes to come on in, come on out, rather. Get y'all coat on. It's a little. It's actually nice out today. Yeah, it is. It's nice. So y'all come on in, come on out, rather, with me. We're in the soybean field. Y'all come on in. Yeah. I've been wanting to tell y'all a little story, get on this story time. Whenever we go live, pretty much what we're going to do, we're going to start telling stories. So y'all come on in. I'm going to wait for you. I know a lot of y'all youngsters, subscribers are at school right now. Depending on where you at, school's canceled over here till Wednesday of this week. Today's Monday. It's just the road conditions are hazardous on these back roads still. So, Yep. Yep. Y'all come on in. Come on out. Get your coat on. Put your hat, some gloves. Get you a good bottle of water and come on outside with me. I'll give y'all about 5 minutes. If don't nobody come out here in 5 minutes, we're gonna end it. We're gonna just it. You feel me? So come on in. Give y'all a few minutes to check in with your guy. See what's happening. We got any top fans in here? Oh, we got a top fan. Psych. So y'all come on in. Let me see what the back side's looking like. What's looking like from the other way. Can't see much, can you? Nope. It's the way that phone mount is, so. Come on in, folks. I got a little story for you. It's a live stream. Live? Live. Lab. Lab or live? How y'all like to pronounce it? Where you from? I'm pretty sure it might be a little too early. Some of y'all might still be sleeping. So, hey, what's up? How y'all doing today? Story time with Mullen Outdoors. We out in the soybean field. How y'all doing? Who we got in here with us? So I want to tell y'all a little story, man. Y'all down for a little story? Quick little story, pick you up story, motivational type story. Hit that like button for me. Let me know that you tuned in. Come on in. Come on out, rather. Y'all got your gloves and your hat on. We out in the soybean field today. So let's do a little story time. So who we got in the building today? Any fellow subscribers? Y'all hit that subscribe button for me. I got a little story I want to tell y'all about. A little motivational story, man. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. I don't want to take up too much of your time. So, man, a lot of people ask me, man, what do you do for a living? How is it that you able to buy these things, these toys that everybody else has to go and get financing for? Well, I'm going to tell you like this. It starts with a strong will and some serious hustle, man. You got to be driven. When I first started out working, I would go to car dealerships and I would sit in new vehicles just to get myself amped up. I remember that Pontiac Firebird. This is back in 2005. They had that Trans Am, that super high output, the Ram Air. And man, I wanted it so bad. I wanted it bad, 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 bad. And I would go to the dealership and I would sit in it. Now, long story short, years later, I never got that Trans Am. Nope, never did. But what I did do is I got on my hustle. So man, when I was a kid, I remember This buddy of mine had a BMX bike. Yeah, y'all remember the BMX bikes, the chrome ones? Matter of fact, I got a picture of it. I got a picture of the exact bike. Well, it ain't the exact bike, but it looks like the bike I had when I was growing up. And I remember I didn't have a bike. I didn't have a bicycle. We lived with my grandmother and all my cousins. I didn't have a bicycle. I was the only one without a bike. I was always riding on the pegs of somebody else's bike. Y'all remember the pegs that the wheel nuts, you put the pegs on, you could stand on the back, the front. If you had pegs in the back and the front, oh, that was like a Corvette. That was like the Silverado. That was it. That was the vehicle to have. But man, this is the bike. Y'all remember that? Let me see. I printed this off so y'all can see that. Them chrome BMXs, yeah, man, I was 10 years old, 10 years old. And one of the kids that we used to run with had one of those BMX bikes, and I wanted one just like it. Had the mags on it, the plastic wheels. Them was like rims on a car. And man, I wanted that bike so bad. And one day he made me an offer. He said, bro, for 20 bucks, you can have it. My mom's gonna buy me a new bicycle, and for $20, you can have it. Now, keep in mind, I'm 9, 10 years old, man. I didn't have no kind of money. We lived with my grandmother. We was dirt poor. When I say dirt poor, I mean 2 of us taking a bath at a time, having to use the same water. It was like that back in the day. So we had this grocery store up the road called Aldi. I used to call it Aldi's, but it's Aldi, A-L-D-I. Some of y'all might have that little grocery store in your neighborhood. You go in there, you buy a little off-brand products. They don't even give you grocery bags. You got to buy a grocery bag from Aldi. So yeah, man, they started implementing this new design or whatever, because people would steal the shopping carts. The homeless people would go up to the shopping plaza and take the cars home. It was like a 3-mile, 4-mile hike to this little store, and we didn't have no car. I didn't have a bicycle, so we would have to walk there. And when Granny sent us to go get milk and some groceries, man, that was a treacherous journey, having to walk back, getting chased by dogs. But they started getting these shopping carts, y'all, and the shopping carts had the little, you put a quarter in the shopping cart, right? And it would unlock it. You chain them together, and when you put the quarter in, it would unlock it, and you could take the shopping cart out. And when you got done with shopping, doing your groceries, you would put the cart back, lock it back up, and your quarter would come back out. You get your quarter back. So I don't know, it was God, intuition. I was driven. So one day I said, you know what? I want that bicycle, man. And so when he told me $20, you can have it, I told my cousin, I said, let's go up to Aldi's and let's start hustling. They didn't know what I was talking about. What you mean? We gonna help people load their groceries? Absolutely. But the key was, I would do it like this. I would go in there and I'd say, hey, excuse me, sir, ma'am, I stand outside. I will unload your groceries for the quarter, 25 cents. I would unload your groceries. If I can have the quarter out of your shopping cart, I'll help you unload your groceries. I'll take the cart back. I keep the quarter. And man, when you're young like that, people see that desire, that drive and motivation within you. They will shop with you. So it was a lot of people helping me out. Like, yeah, absolutely, young man. Come on, help me take me unload my groceries. I even got a couple of tips. And back then, an old man gave me $1 here. Some lady gave me an extra 50 cents. Man, that added up. My goal for the day was $20. I wanted that BMX. He was telling everybody in the neighborhood he had it. Some people had parents that could just buy it. So I got out there, man. We got out there. I think Aldi opened at like 8 or 9 in the morning. I was up there before they even opened. As soon as they opened, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, ma'am. Can I help you take your shopping cart, unload your groceries for the quarter in your shopping cart? Absolutely. Y'all, I'll tell you, I stayed out there from the time that store opened till about 8 o'clock that night. I got home. I was jingling, chingling, and plus the manager kept on running us off. Every time the manager come out, get out of here, you kids! Don't, you can't do that. And I go right back, sir. Can I help you unload your groceries for the quarter in your shopping cart? Absolutely, man. Got home, had $27 in quarters and a couple of bills. I probably had 2 or 3 solid bills, but everything else was quarters. And man, I asked my grandmother. I said, we called my grandmother Sis at the time. I said, Sis, this boy, he's selling this bike. I'd like to buy it. I got the money. I earned my own money. And she was like, nah, I don't know if that bike is stolen. Boy, you can't be buying that bike. Broke my heart, crushed me, man. It crushed me. I done went out here and hustled all day, made $27 and some change, and couldn't even buy the bicycle. But then my auntie, called her Kay, my aunt Kay, come in. Sis, let him buy the bicycle. He done worked hard for it. Let him buy that bicycle. That bike ain't stolen. I know that boy's mama. I don't think she knew the boy's mama at all. She came in there. She said, let him buy the bicycle. I was like, bet. So Sis finally gave in. She was like, all right, you can buy it, but I don't want to hear no mess if the police start coming over here. I'm going to tell them exactly where that bicycle is at. All right, cool. As soon as I walked outside, I was going to go. It was about 9, 10 o'clock at night. We was kids, man. We stayed out in summertime. We'd be out all hours of the day, different towns and everything. Sure enough, I went, I found them. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, that's what it was. So my grandma said, yeah, Auntie K came in there and vouched for me. Let him buy the bicycle. I was like, all right. And y'all know how I go with them aunties. As soon as I got out, nephew, give me $5. I'll give it back to you when I get my check. Keep in mind, she didn't have no job. I'm like, okay, I didn't care. All I wanted was my bicycle, man. And so, yeah, I went and bought that bicycle, y'all. And that was my first real feat in hustling, man. I was between 9 and 10 years old. Went out and bought that bicycle, saved up $20 in quarters, returning shopping carts. And then, things happen, man. Just like when people you go out and buy a brand new car or a used car, it comes with its problems. What I didn't know, the reason the boy was selling the bicycle, the bearings and the wheels was going out. So now I had a bike. I could get out and ride with the rest of the kids. I had a bicycle, but the bearings was going out. Y'all remember how you used to be riding your bicycle back in the day? You'd be standing up, you getting in, the chain would come off, and you would chan on that doggone middle bar. Man, it would do that, except the chain wasn't coming off. The chain wouldn't come off. It was the bearings in the back wheels was giving out, and it wouldn't make it go. And I was so crushed, but it was my bicycle. I would set out in the yard. It was like a motorcycle. I didn't really ride. I just sat out there and just sit on it and just, I had a bicycle. All the other neighborhood kids come around. I could sit on my bicycle too. Yeah, man, that was a time, man. That was something that, I think about. Another thing that I did when I was younger, they had these little magazines. I'm an 80s baby. I was born in 81. I don't look it, but I was born in 81. And I remember they used to have these little Scholastic magazines and Boys Club magazines and all this stuff. And in the back of all these magazines, it was always some sort of little classified bogus ads, work from home, make thousands working from home, do this, do that. Well, they had one, and it was, you didn't get paid, but you could earn points to, uh, I guess you weren't really buying something because you were underage, and I guess the laws, they had to work a loophole. But you could go out and they give you this little catalog. It had merchandise, had candles, shower curtains, all that stuff, right? But the more points you got, you could get different prizes. And I always knew I was a country boy to the core, man. And this was up in New York. The first story, was in Chicago, Illinois. This was upstate New York, Rochester, out in the country of Rochester. And I started going around to neighbors' house selling this stuff out of the magazines, man. People was buying it. They was giving me checks, and I earned up enough points. And y'all, I wanted a little inflatable raft. We had this creek that ran in the back of the property. The creek, now looking back, it probably was 6 inches deep. I mean, it wasn't like a creek, but to me, it looked like a raging river. And I seen that doggone inflatable raft, and I wanted that inflatable raft, man. And I got out there and I started hustling. I probably was 11 or 12. I started knocking on doors. Excuse me, sir, ma'am, I'm with Boys Club, blah, blah, blah. I'd like you to check out my magazine. We got different kinds of merchandise. We got knives and cutting boards and candles and everything else. And I did that, man. I made enough money to get that inflatable raft. I saved up. What I ordered when I sent in my little order sheet was, I wanted the inflatable raft, and it came with an air pump, and it came with like for an extra 50 points, you could get like a repair kit, like a patch kit in case you got a hole in it. I waited in the mail for months on end, and that thing never came, man. Never came. Never came. But yeah, when you're out there young, man, you see something. If y'all got goals, desires, dreams, I don't care if it's a house you're looking for right now, if it's a car, if it's a relationship, man, first thing you need to do is you need to pray about it. Then you need to get out off your do nothing and do something. And there's so much opportunity out there right now, man. When I was growing up, the only way you get a good job, a good career, was you had to go to college. But when the internet came out, the internet changed all that, man. So anybody that's out there that you want something, your heart's desire is for something, you can get it, man. There's so much opportunity. You can do all kind of stuff, content creation. For one, you can get on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and you can start hustling, getting on your hustle. Get off your do nothing and do something. It's a lot of opportunity. And me personally, I don't like financing stuff. Cars, houses, yeah. But when it comes to toys, four-wheelers and side-by-sides and boats and stuff, no, I'm not financing. What I'll do is play the flip game. Start out with a little 14-foot John boat, with a little 9.9 horsepower. You can find a John boat on Facebook Market. I was gonna say Craigslist. Back in the day, we had Craigslist, but Craigslist fell off. It was prostitution and everything on there. Craigslist, but Facebook Marketplace, yeah, man. If you want some, start out with a little John boat. If you're into fishing, start with a little John boat. Fix it up, flip it, sell it. You can get a John boat with a little small, even if it's a 3 horse. a trolling motor for that matter. You can start with a John boat less than $1,000, and you can fix it up, put your own customs on it, sell it. You can turn around and sell it for $2,000 like I did. And I remember when I got my first bass boat, I wanted a bass boat, but I was not finna go out here and finance play this $100 a month game, because you know what happens? You get the boat, that's $100 a month. You got a car, that's $300-400 a month. You're already at five, plus you got rent, mortgage, plus you got utility bills. And at the end of the month, there's more bills than there is money. And you find yourself in debt, and the quality of life just goes down. So man, don't be like, some people feel like, oh, I gotta have everything brand new. No, you don't gotta have everything brand new. Start used. Look at all these new vehicles they coming out with. This lawsuit that Chevy and GMC has for these new vehicles that are coming out with these transmission problems. Man, just because you buy something new don't mean it's quality. Some of the best made stuff was made back in the day, the 90s and the early 2000s. That's where you want to go. Don't worry about how people gonna look at you. Oh, that ain't the brand new AT4. You know what? You can buy you an old used Dodge pickup, get that motor sound, and instead of doing a paint job, man, you can put you a custom wrap. Now you got a vehicle that stands out far past the brand new one. You see a custom vehicle, a custom 2000 pickup truck next to like a 2025, 2026, I guarantee that custom truck's gonna get a whole lot more compliments. It's gonna get a whole lot more head turning, because it's custom, man. It's yours. And plus, when you get something like that, you know it. All this new stuff. One day we'll talk about an EMP. If anybody knows what an EMP is, leave me a comment. An EMP. Yeah, this new stuff. Some of it's nice, it's pretty, but it's too expensive. I mean, back in the day, I remember in like the early 2000s, a brand new, fully loaded pickup truck was like 20 grand. Now a brand new, fully loaded pickup truck will run you about 100 grand. The new GMC Sierra, the Silverados, yeah, you talking about $70,000-80,000. And don't get no Z71 or no AT4. You're gonna really top that $100,000 price mark, you know what I'm saying, price tag for that vehicle. So it's just not worth it. But that's what I wanted to talk to y'all about, man. Just y'all stay motivated, stay driven, stay hustling, stay prayed up. That's the most important. I know some people, you disagree with that. It is what it is, but stay prayed up, pray for things, and and after that, man, get out there off your do nothing and do something. I used to always call it hustling. It was never selling drugs. I didn't really see the profit in selling drugs. You buy an ounce of weed or an ounce of crack, and you turn around and sell it, you make $100 profit. The risk far outweighs the reward. It just didn't make sense for me. You know what I'm saying? So I just started, hustling. I'll tell y'all some more hustle stories, but that's what I got for y'all today, man. Y'all hit that like button and please subscribe. Leave me a comment, man. Mullen Outdoors, we out here. We in the soybean field right now. So till the next time, I might go back live again later today or tomorrow. Y'all check in with me. I love y'all. Stay blessed. Peace.